content writer is? In the simplest form, anyone, anywhere in the world who is able to put words together and post these words on any social channel is a content writer. Once you are able to write words, you are able to write them up. Remember, I told us that content writing is planning, writing, and editing. But in the simplest form, you may not even know how to edit. You may not know how to design graphics. You may not know how to design graphics. You may not know how to design graphics. You may not know how to create video content. But you can write meaningful words. You can put them together. That is who a content writer is. But for instance, you can say that you are being trained on content writing. So it means that content writing is more than just writing words. It's more than knowing that once I can post anything. Sometimes when you read what people are writing on WhatsApp or on Facebook or on any other social channel, it is after that person has written everything that you now see another set of posts correcting correcting what has been posted earlier. Now, as a content writer, remember I told us that we must edit whatever we have written. So, a content writer, as I'll be giving us the professional definition now, but the layman, the ordinary man's definition is someone that is able to put 2 or 3 words together and post them on the app, that is on any of the social channels, social media app, on WhatsApp, on Facebook. Hold on, please. Let me admit this person into the class. You're welcome. So anyone who is able to post on any social media app is a content writer. But professionally, it is a person that is able to write an article, either short or long, for people to read online. So you see that this goes a little further than the ordinary definition that I gave earlier. It is not everything that you post on your social media platform that is an article. So, number one thing that qualifies a content writer, or that makes a person a content writer, is that you are able to write an article that will be meaningful for people to read online. Then another definition says a content writer is someone that is able to plan. Remember those 3 stages. You are able to plan. That is, under this plan, we are talking about generate ideas. You are able to generate ideas. For instance, when I was coming on my journey back to my base, I began to ideate. I began to generate ideas. To ideate means to generate ideas. That is ideation process. I began to think of a program. There's a program that I'm writing articles for, that I'm writing content for. And it was in the bus where I sat that I was generating ideas about that program. What is this program all about? What should be the expectation of those that will be coming? Now, so that is, you plan, you generate different ideas. If you want to write, for instance, if you want to write content for 2 weeks concerning an event, you want to write different content, maybe 2 times a week. You want to post 2 times a week for an event. You should be able to generate enough ideas on different areas, different approaches for that content. All right, so A content writer is someone that is able to plan, that is, you're able to generate ideas. Then sometimes your notepad or your laptop may not be available with you, but ideas are coming. So you must be able to write with either your pencil or your pen and paper in your hand, or jotter in your hand. So you write or type all those ideas that you have generated, and after you have written them or after you have typed them, as a content writer, you are able to edit for the content for any platform that you want to post it on. I want you to know that there are different ways to to um, to write content or to prepare content for different platforms. There are content writers that they are based on email marketing. That means the way you write content for an email responder or email action is different from the way you write it on Instagram. If your own posting is only on Instagram, then there are limitations. If it's only on WhatsApp that you can create content, then if you now switch to email marketing or blogging, you need to learn how to write content for emails separately, how to write content for blogs separately. How to write content for blog is even different from how you write content for a website. So all these things are things that you learn separately. But as a content writer, the basic foundation is that you can plan whatever platform you want to write for, or whatever platform you want to post on. You must be able to plan, bring out ideas, generate ideas, think deeply, think creatively, think strategically about what you want to write on. Then you should be able to write or type. If you are using your laptop, if you are using your phone, you should be able to type or write. Then after you have written all the things that you want to write, you should be able to edit. So that's who a content writer is. Let me give you two more definitions as I have them in my note. Now, I wrote he or she because a content writer is not necessarily a male and not necessarily a female. You will see by this training that it is not only female that are undergoing the training. It's not only ladies, it's not only women, it's not only girls. We have male and we have females. So he or she is able to create or write content based on any of the 8 types of content that can be created. Remember, I told us 8 types of content: graphics, video, visual, graphics, video, infographics, article, ebook, white paper. Now, you should know if it is video that you want to learn, video content, you should be able to create video content. But remember, I told us that for any type of content you want to create, whether video that is for drama, for video advert, or infographics, or audio, or ebook, or article, or white paper. Now, for any of these, writing is the primary thing. But you can now develop yourself that, okay, I want to be creating video content. I want to be creating audio content. I want to be creating infographics. So whatever type of content you want to be creating, you should be, as a content writer, you are able to primarily write, and then you are able to now create that content. By God's grace, I can create video content, I can create graphics content, but I started first by writing. So you must be able to write it, because it is what you write that will give you the idea of the type of video that you are going to create. It is what you have written that will give you the kind of the idea of the graphics. What are going to be the contents of the graphics? What are you going to put? If, for instance, you have written an advert for a tire manufacturing company, car tire manufacturing company, that will tell you that in your graphics or in your video, there must be the images of different types of tires. If, for instance, the company you are advertising for is Pirelli, and Pirelli is manufacturing tire for Jeep, they manufacture for Caterpillar, and they manufacture for bicycle, then you should look for the images of Jeep tires, Caterpillar tires, and bicycle tires that must be in your graphics. But first, you must have written things about tires that people need to know. You need to let people know if the tire is threaded or without thread. You need to know how long the tire can last. So these are the things that you must consider when you want to create content for your, or when you want to see yourself as a content creator. Now, you must take note of this thing that I'm about to say. If you want to be a writer, that is, you want to call yourself a content writer, anywhere you are in the world or anywhere you may find yourself in the world, you want to call yourself a content writer, two things that you must do above all others are, you must read a lot and you must write a lot. Because it is in reading that you get to have more words in your vocabulary. It is through reading that you get to understand the meaning of more words. As we, all of us as we are, there's none of us that has finished reading a dictionary. Even if you have finished reading dictionary, there is no how you can understand all the words. And I want to let you know that even dictionaries are updated after some period of time. So it is when you read wide, when you read more, you get to know more words that you can impute into your writings. And it is in reading that you get more ideas about things that you want to write on. If, for instance, you want to create content for an organization, you must read about the products and the services of that organization, not only from that organization, but also from other sources. If you want to read about, let me look for something. All right, let's say you want to write content for a company that is manufacturing baby products like feeding bottle. Now, that company will give you the details of their own product, but you need to study more about that particular feeding bottle. You can even include history in your content. Maybe the first content that you'll be throwing out for that organization, you will need to write a little history about how human being came into creating feeding bottle for children. Of course, there was a way they were feeding children before these bottles came into existence. So you can take people down memory lane in order for them to know that it is important. Then you now tell them the hygiene or that the organization you are writing for is putting in place to ensure that the feeding bottle they are producing or manufacturing is at its best, in order for people to now to come and now buy from that organization. So your final you now continue to write on that, but each content that you are writing must have a call to action. Probably I will teach us about call to action in the next class, so that you can know that's beyond content writing. That's part of content marketing or copywriting. So I will teach us a little about it. I'll take note of that now so that I'll not forget when we meet tomorrow. Now, concerning let me end the screen sharing now.